Stefan is representing Estonia at Eurovision 2022 with the very Western-inspired Hope. But do we have high hopes that it'll make the final? Let's review Eurovision. Yes, Eesti Laul was back earlier on this year, quite competitive, a few returning acts, but it was Stefan who took the tickets to Turin. He's off to represent Estonia with Hope, is what it's called. It was a complete memory block. Of course, it was a little bit of a disappointing year last year. They sent Uku Suviste with, a song that I didn't really like, but it was better than the year before. I described it as the difference between licking a turd and eating it. I'd rather not do both, but it's still more pleasant.
I feel like that was a little cruel.
No, it wasn't. It was horrible. This is luckily quite a lot better. Let's have a little listen. Let's see what we thought of it then. Emily, do you hope for great things with this?
I do. The Western kind of notes to it, I thoroughly enjoy. It's definitely one of my preferred ones of the year. I think he has a really lovely voice. He sounds a bit kind of like James Arthur. That's the main thing that I've picked up from listening to it. It's really catchy. It's really sing along. My only concern is that, and I'm sorry, I know we shouldn't bring rehearsals into it, but the staging, the poor guy is on his own. It's going to look really, really empty. So that is my main concern with it now, because, the song's great. It's very sing-along. It's very catchy. But if poor guy's trying to do the most just on his own on a massive stage, that's my main concern with it. But the actual song itself, it's great. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'll echo all of that, actually. The song, I think, is really cleverly done because you clearly, from the music video as well, you can tell it's very sort of Western inspired. It's like a jewel, and the structure of it as well. It's not a conventional structure, but I love that it slowly builds. It gets faster and a little bit faster, and then the change of rhythm is sort of how it keeps dynamic. And it's especially between the end of the first chorus and the next sets of verses. It's that shift. It is almost like a jewel. I can sort of, in my head, I can see sort of it being like a Mexican shootout. And I think it's just really, really interesting. And it's an enjoyable thing to listen to. I think, I know we shouldn't bring rehearsals into this because we haven't for the other ones, but I am a little bit concerned that it is just him. And I think if they'd gone for trying to not imitate but go with Western inspired staging as well, where they have two people really, the camera really close into the face, sort of with like eye shots and things like that, if they'd gone for that, then it would have been a lot more dynamic and interesting to watch rather than him just faffing about with the sunset in the background. So I think the song is strong, and it's one of my favorite Estonian entries in recent years, definitely. And he sings it well. It's interesting. The staging, I think, maybe, it leaves to be desired, I think. So that's a little very rapid summary of our comments. Estonia is performing in the second semi-final this year. They're going 12th immediately after North Macedonia and before Romania. Do we think it'll qualify though? And where does it sit in our rankings this year?
Yeah, so I think kind of we've covered the difficulties. You're right there.
Sorry, I'm dying. It's fine. Just carry on.
Yeah, I think we've covered the difficulties it'll have potentially with qualifying with the staging. I'm hoping it does qualify because I think the final will be better for it. It's my personal number 10 of the year, so it's definitely up there for me. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes on Thursday.
Yeah, I certainly hope it qualifies as well. It's one of my most listened to songs of the year. In my ranking, it's number 5 actually, which is very, very high, and I think that's the highest Estonia's been. Sort of thinking back for quite some time. I really do enjoy this. I have a big suspicion, and I worried about this before I saw the rehearsals anyway, that this is going to be the shock non-qualifier of the year. This and Albania, actually. I know I said in the Albania video that there was no way that was not going to qualify. I think having seen the staging for that, I think it may not qualify. This, I think I did have worries about this anyway, and I think it's the type of thing that it's good, but is it the best? Is anybody going to put this top of their ranking? Probably not. It'll sit. It's a song that I think a lot of people have an appreciation for, but appreciating. It's not the Eurovision most appreciated song contest. It's at the best song, and I'm not sure how many people will put this at the best. So it may slip through the cracks, and it would be a shame because the final would be better for it. But yeah, it would be a shame. So it's my number 5 this year. Really like the song. So that's what we think. Do let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share in Instagram as well. Do that, and make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit the bell to get notified every time we have new content. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
And listen.